Now I have the honor to introduce you a roundtable which is very close to my heart, the Operator Roundtable, which I have the honor to moderate. I would like to invite on the stage Mr. Christian Gasson, Orange France Vice President, Broadband Networks. Please join me in applauding him. Mr. Chris Schmidt, Verizon AVP Consumer Technology and Product Development and prpl Foundation Platinum Board Director. Mr. Jason Savard, AT&T AVP Product Development Engineering and prpl Foundation Platinum Board Director. Matthew Stanger, T-Mobile USA Director, Systems Architecture.
Un tequila más, bebé.
Oscar Leal, Vodafone Product Architect and prpl Foundation Board Director. Simone Topazzi, Team Head of Multimedia. Thank you so much, gentlemen, for joining us today. I have to say that we have been guiding the prpl Operator Roundtable so much through different stages, from value-added services to acceleration of deployments, then to different challenges, and through different prpl summits, we have discussed with the community all these questions. And now the time is really right for having something else on the table, something that shows our community how we can have the monetization, how we can focus on AI, how we can drive these challenges towards an acceleration. And that is all we will help today. For the benefit of the timing, I would really like to focus on some key questions where you are really experts. And let's start already. I would like to ask Christian from Orange and Chris from Verizon, what role should prpl play in enabling operators to monetize services beyond connectivity? And I would like you to think about smart home, but also cybersecurity, energy management, some of these challenges that really are on everybody's thoughts nowadays.
Good morning, everybody. So at first, I'm not sure that we know which services is going to be a success, are going to be a success in the future. But today, when we want to deploy a new service, we need to develop a new release and then to roll it out. It takes time, it takes money, and so we only do it when we are sure of ourselves. So in practice, we don't push too many new services in the market. With prpl, we hope that we will have a kind of app store. And if we look at what we have today on the smartphones, as soon as you have that kind of tool, it is easier to test the market. I mean, to try new services and to see if they work or not, and today we cannot do it. It's far too expensive to test the market with plenty of new services. So with prpl, it will be easier to do it, from my point of view.
Thank you, Chris.
So I think that what prpl can do is part of what we're doing today, and that's deliver a robust operating system and deliver a robust container application management system, and keep them up to date as the needs of future applications come into play. So we're doing that today, and we'll have to continue to do that. And the second, and I think Christian touched on it, is this app store concept. And I think it can coexist with multiple app stores. So there can be a Purple app store, and it could potentially be Operator app stores. And I think it's fine for those to coexist. But what goes along with that as well would be, to vet some of this stuff out, would be some level of app certification. And there's a lot of baggage that would go along with that from a resource perspective. But those are some of the things that I think Purple could do.
Thank you so much, both of you. Continuing this discussion, I would like to ask Jason from AT&T and Matthew from T-Mobile, how can operators and Purple collaborate to accelerate time to market for new CPE features while maintaining quality on the software security and above all interoperability?
So for me, I think part of this, and we mentioned this before, part of the move to a more agile type environment that allows us to iterate from a software perspective more quickly. I think the other piece is there needs to be a way for operators to provide their detailed requirements, potentially isolated from their peers, in order for the Purple Foundation to get an initial view of kind of the sum total of things that a new feature needs to support, right? That allows us to be one and done, typically, instead of try to, Verizon needs this, AT&T needs this, and we get into a long, painful discussion in some of the meetings.
I just wanted to start off by thanking the Purple Foundation actually for inviting T-Mobile to be here. I think that's such an important testament to collaboration. I think collaboration is a key to success. I can imagine a world where what would it look like if we didn't collaborate on the Linux kernel, how fragmented our CPE ecosystem would be. And I think that's why I'm really here today is I want to continue and grow that collaboration experience, very much like Linux with solutions like LCM, like USP. I think those are really the enabling technologies of the up and coming future, and where we're really excited to bridge the gap with folks like the Purple Foundation and see if we can't extend it to something very much like the Linux world.
Thank you so much, Matthew. Really appreciate it, and a pleasure to have you here joining Purple Operators this year. Our next question, I would like to ask Simone from T-Mobile and Chris Verizon, how can Purple help operators navigate evolving regulations while maintaining flexibility and innovation? Regulation is always something that we need to cope with. It's not something we really like, but we need to navigate it.
So, hi everybody. First of all, thank you for being here, for myself being here. It's first time that I'm coming personally, so it's a pleasure.
Thank you so much.
So, regulation sometimes is an headache, of course, for operators. Well, in Italy we have a quite tough regulating agency that is really trying to save customer and being like an headache for us. I personally believe that Purple could be a solution for that, at least in our context, because due to the fact that we are fully flexible and also the possibility to implement quite easily recommendation or whatever is needed by the authority, I think it's really a plus. Then, of course, there is the other key point that is open source system. So also in terms of transparency, the possibility to have a look at how data are managed, privacy, whatever, would be another key point. So I think it's a good, opportunity for us to make easier a process that for us is quite complex.
Thank you, appreciated that. Indeed, we can turn that regulation into an opportunity, yes.
Yeah, so on the regulatory front, I think Purple has a lot of advantage going forward. On one side, I think we've got a very good governance model where we're able to take inputs from the different members, and they could be regulatory requirements that could get pushed into the Purpleware software. On the other And as well, there's the fact that it's open source. So to the extent that you don't get what you need to out of the foundation in the time you need it, you have the opportunity to either implement, those requirements or have a partner implement them for you. Similarly, on the innovation front, you've got this software available to you, and if you want to have innovation that's separate from maybe your competitors, you have the opportunity to implement that innovation that meets your particular needs.
Thank you so much. Our next question, and one can argue what are the differences between challenges and barriers, but I would like to have Oscar from Vodafone and Christian from Orange to take us through the biggest barriers. So again, we went through the challenges to deployments. Now, biggest barriers to adopting purple-based solutions. And I would like you to think of items like cost, complexity, competing standards. How can Purple Foundation address them best?
So, so as Con Vermeulen already said earlier this morning, we have a project to implement Purple within Orange France. It is going to be a big project. So as for many operators, fixed broadband has already been a long story. So we have developed plenty of features over the years. Many of them are already included in Purple, in the Purple standard, but some of them are not. To be clear, we are going to get rid of some of them because we don't use them anymore, but they are still in the OS that we are using today. But anyway, we need to retain some of them. So we will have to integrate them on top of Purple. So there's going to be an integration project to do it. We will need also to integrate Purple with our device management system. And we need to develop an interface between our IT and the boxes that are going to use Purple. Because we are not going to change our IT just because we are changing the OS inside the boxes. So in the end, we need to integrate some features that are specific to Orange France on top of Purple. We need to adapt our device management system, and we need to build an interface between the Purple operation system and our IT.
Thank you, Christian. Oscar?
Hello, everyone. Good morning. Thank you for the invitation. I'm glad to see that we have two new operators here, and especially since Vodafone is our RDK, we also have a T-Mobile US RDK operator. This shows a lot about how open is Purple. Okay, it's a good message, I believe. So regarding your question, so barriers. So from our perspective, it's not the technology itself. It's about integration. It's about perception, so I will focus on this. Of course, cost, it's one of the most important, but Chris already touched on that. In terms of integration, so how Purple can help improving the integration. Today, we already have on Purple the certification programs. Okay, of course, we can improve, we can add new areas, and that is already happening today. We can improve the documentation. Purple today already has a good process. We can improve that. We have also automation around everything that is building on Purple. So these things will help a lot reducing the barriers. The other thing is sometimes open source for operators and other companies can see as a risk, okay, because it's difficult to maintain. We don't have long-term maintenance, but Purple is addressing all of these things. Even Jason, on the previous session, already mentioned about he can contribute something and then Purple can maintain, okay? So these things for sure will help reducing all the barriers here.
Thank you so much, Oscar. And exactly as you said, it's great to have, and you and Matthew highlighted that very well, it's great to have an increasing number of operators joining us on the stage, joining the Purple community, sharing ideas, lessons learned, driving. These are the key values of what makes a community really, really valid and efficient and driving towards the success. Thank you so much. Our next question. And we're going to have, this is a teaser, on the agenda, a deep dive presentation on certification during the day. And I would like to have Jason from AT&T and Simone from team to think about what new certification areas, like security, energy efficiency, AI readiness, on everybody's thoughts, should Purple prioritize to stay ahead of operator demands. So we have to think ahead, and we need you to show us the light.
Can I have them all? I mean,
yeah.
or I can have Purple do the better. But for us, it's probably security piece, just because that is the piece that if there's a vulnerability discovered, it's all hands on deck, right? Typically, it's, at least in our history, it's been a security researcher that finds something, and and we have a plan or a program within Purple to help kind of optimize the communication and fix for that. But security for me by far is the one that would provide the biggest benefit, because then we don't have to do a bunch of rework and etc.
Thank you, Jason. Simone?
Well, I should agree with Jason, honestly, because I think that security it's a key part of the deployment, and I mean, since we are bringing solution to our customers, it's something that we have to guarantee. No, it's something that we have to afford since the beginning. So this kind of certification, I think it's a key point to bring to our customer. Well, generally speaking, if I can have a, let's say, a more general statement.
Yes, please.
Yeah, I would say that we have to be in sync with the innovation, with technology innovation, generally speaking, because it's important that as soon as the new technology is coming, what we can think could be breakthrough technology, something should be inserted in the engine since the beginning, to avoid that maybe there will be forking or other spreading of our capabilities altogether. So I think that should be a general statement, but I believe it's important to share.
Appreciate it. Yeah, thank you for elaborating that. This brings us next question, and that's going to be the last one, and you'll see why. I would like to have Matthew from T-Mobile, so we are proud to have him here, and Oscar from Vodafone, to identify two things, just two, you'd like to see happening over the next 2 years.
Yeah, I'd really love to see LCM and USP become the industry standards. I imagine a world where, just like Linux has really taken over as a kernel, that we could make those platforms really, solutions, not just for the big distributions for routers, but truly for embedded devices that, that those really could become the solutions and standards. I think that it's not up to any one operator, though, to make that happen. It's going to be a community, and so I think it's so important for the folks in this room to kind of think about that, and I really hope to continue working with the community and others outside the community to see if in the next 2 years LCM and USP could really be taken to another level, and I look forward to, hopefully, 2 years seeing that happen.
Yeah, we'll work on that all together, right? So from our side, you already mentioned, so these LCM and USP, so they are OS agnostic components from Purple. So it's a very in Purple, we have these projects that are agnostic to the operating system. We adopted Purple LCM, so I'd like to see more of these components happening. We are already exploring other things because a lot of things that are being built by Purple, we can also adopt in other operating systems. And I'm talking about RDK, but there are others, the pure open WRT, other proprietary operating systems, they can adopt what Purple is doing, okay? That is why I'd like to see more, and I believe that will happen. The other thing is that I would like to see, so only two, right? It's around AI, okay? Today we don't have a pure strategy or a strategy around AI on broadband, or at least on home ecosystem, okay? Jason already mentioned something on previous panel. I would like to see, I don't know, LLM open source where anyone can contribute, okay? I think it will be something in 2 years, maybe can happen. We need to discuss that, but yeah, my vision for that, it's around this.
Thank you so much, Oscar. It has been such an honor to have you on the stage with us here. Your vision, your support, your determination, and your guidance has always been, is, and continues to be the light of the Purple Foundation, of the Purple community. Thank you so much, Oscar, Matthew, Jason, Chris, Christian, and Simone, for being with us here. And please join me in welcoming them and praising them.